Hi, folks. Thanks, saying I've never been introduced like that before, and I'm about to say, no pressure, right? As Sang mentioned, my name is Frank Blue. I'm the Executive Vice President of Theragent. I'm a physician, I'm a scientist, and above all else, I'm just a kid with big dreams. And today, one of my big dreams came true. One of our big dreams came true, right? If you don't know about this, Theragent was founded on a very simple question, and that was, how do we translate, how do we deliver research and science to patients all around the world in need of therapies? Theragent was founded and was established November 19th, 2019, and I always think of that as the birthday of Theragent. And today, April 8th, 2022, I like to think of this day as the first day Theragent was able to step up on its own 2 feet. And by the way, it can step up pretty good. Right? Distinguished guests, friends, family, thank you so much for coming and making this a special day. My parents always taught me that whenever good things happen in life, you have to remember who brought you here, all the factors that were responsible for making this day possible. First and foremost, we have to thank our investor who believed in our mission and translating and making these life-saving therapies for patients around the world. It's a bold mission that we have, but we firmly believe that we can do it. Secondly, and more importantly, I'd like to thank Dr. Yang. Dr. Yang, you took a chance on me. When I was just a kid, when I was just a freshman in high school, I knocked on your door and I asked for an opportunity to just work and research in your lab. And you said yeah, without even thinking about what I did or what grades I got. And even though I was a master disaster in that lab, you still had faith in me. Even though I failed throughout times in my life, you always had confidence in me. Even though I had times and I didn't know the answer, you said to me, hang in there, kid. You know the answer, you'll find out. For that matter, Dr. Yan, thank you so much for making this opportunity possible. Jeff Maston, thank you very much. The first time we met, like you said, all we had were 4 walls and a ceiling. And I remember the first time we met, the 3 things we talked about were running a marathon, Indiana, and our shared passion to save patients in need. And look at us now. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have this building. Thank you for all those countless nights of thinking about how to build the infrastructure, the bones, the blood vessels, the nerves, the cartilage to this facility. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have the exoskeleton or the endoskeleton in our facility. And for that, thank you very much. I'll always consider you as not just a colleague, but a close friend, and in my books, a good dude. To my Theragent family, executive staff, thank you so much for being my lending ear and calming me, making sure that we're going to make this dream a reality. Thank you, Peter Lin. Thank you, Joseph Wong. Thank you, Venkatesh Natarajan. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here standing. And to my Theragent family folks, remember not too long ago we'd be on a Zoom meeting and I told you guys that come March and April, we're going to have the finest CDMO facility, CGMP facility out there, and we're going to cross that finish line. Guess what? We finally finished that finish line, didn't we? We did it, right? And guess what? We'll be crossing more finish lines together. But without you guys, this wouldn't be possible either. So thank you. And to distinguished guests and family members, when I see and look at this crowd here, I come to realize that nothing will be possible with all of you guys here. I see the most beautiful faces that represent different industries that make a company possible. I see bankers, I see investors, I see businessmen, and without them, we wouldn't have revenue for this company. I also see lawyers, attorneys, and important business people and government officials. Without them, without you guys, we wouldn't be able to establish this company either. I see my fellow colleagues who are researchers, doctors, and physicians. Without you, we wouldn't have a product to manufacture, so thank you. I also see special friends that represent the construction and trade industry, the engineers, the construction folks, the architects. Without you, we wouldn't have this finest facility that stands behind me. And believe it or not, I also see faces out there that represent the most important factor that ties us all together here. Believe it or not, whether or not you carry that Theragent employee badge, all of you guys are part of Theragent. And what I'm referring to are the patients. The patients are the reason why we're standing here or sitting here, and this is the reason why we made this company, to make a difference in patients' lives. Life is so fragile, and all of us, I think, have or know people who have been affected by cancer. This is for them, and I think you guys realize the fragility and special opportunity that Theragent has to make a difference in patients' lives. I was thinking last night of a poignant story or anecdote that kind of symbolizes the patient aspect to our therapy, to our company, and I didn't realize that the answer was right underneath my nose. And what I mean by that is, I have a card that a patient gave to me when I was a first-year surgical resident, and it was the first patient that I treated, and I think this card represents the reason why we work so hard. And even if I have a tough day at work, every time I read this card, it reminds me of the reason why Theragent stands and what we stand for. I've never shared this card with anybody, but if you don't mind, I'll read it for the first time, and I'll try to keep my emotions in check. So bear with me. It goes something like this. Dear Dr. Liu, it should be Frank, not Dr. Liu. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you for the care you showed to my husband, Kevin O'Donnell, when he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. You sent Kevin home for Christmas to enjoy time with his family before his scheduled surgery a few days later. Prior to Kevin being taken into the operation room, you promised me that you would give us back the same person Kevin was before surgery. And we held on to that promise during those long hours in the waiting room. When the operation was done, you came back to personally let me know that you got 20% of the tumor and that Kevin was in recovery. That personal touch meant a lot to us. And we went in to see Kevin. The first thing he asked me was, where's my favorite bottle of gin to ease this pain away? We knew that you had kept his promise, and we had Kevin back. But as you know, Kevin's condition with cancer was not easy. Regardless, you, Dr. Claire, Dr. Ward, and the team are always there to help with his treatment. Our family will always thank you for the care and medical attention provided in MedSurg 3, and you were always honest and took the time to explain and talk with us the most difficult questions about cancer and therapies. Even though Kevin is no longer here, you helped him and our family during the most difficult times by inspiring him to fight. You also inspired me and our family to fight for Kevin. As you return home to California for your next post in cancer research, we pray that you have a bright future ahead and know that you will find that cure to cancer like we always talked about. Don't stop. Whatever you do, keep doing, keep going, and keep fighting for us. Thank you so much, and may God bless you for your service. Sincerely, Mary O'Donnell. Folks, this dream that we have here is not just for me. It's for patients like Kevin O'Donnell and the millions of other patients that are afflicted by cancer. So I ask all of you guys to give yourself a round of applause for the things and contributions that you make to this company. Now that, again, this special, now that we give this applause to everyone here, I'd like to ask two special individuals to come to the front for special recognitions for their work here at Theragent. Would Rachel Summer and Catherine Hall please come up to the front?